here are 7 reasons why I'm keeping the American Express Gold Card in my wallet no matter what. This is a card that I absolutely need. I believe the Amex Gold Card is an absolute staple card that can fit into anyone's lifestyle, into anyone's wallet, because it's simply a great food earner card. This card is going to allow us to fuel a lot of points earning that's going to translate to a lot of free business class flights, which my wife and I love. So let's get into the 7 reasons as to why I love this card and why I believe it fits into everyone's wallet. Reason 1, the best food earner. The Gold Card comes with 4 times points on food and grocery stores, and that is more than any other credit card offers for those 2 categories. Food for me, and I believe really for anyone, especially anyone with a family or family of 4, is going to be one of the biggest expenses. So maximizing the earnings on this expense is going to be crucial. Both my wife and I's business actually revolve around us buying groceries or supplies from grocery stores so that we can provide it for our employees or our clients. So maximizing this is going to be crucial for us personally. But imagine you're like a family of 4 and you buy groceries a lot because you have growing kids, and that's going to be a great opportunity to earn a lot of points. Or whenever you guys dine out, that's going to be a lot of money for a family of 4. So maximizing that with 4 times points, more than any other point, higher than any other credit card out there, is going to be super important. And you can earn a ton of free travel so that when your kids are old enough, you can get really nice flights for them and travel for cheap. Or even if you're just an individual that just wants a card for themselves and you love to travel, well, these points are going to be really valuable for you because Amex points are worth a ton, and you could book business class or really luxury travel flights for really cheap with Amex points. So reason number 2, Amex points are extremely valuable. Amex Gold Card comes with airline transfer partners, and this is where you're going to get the absolute max value because you can book business class flights for dirt cheap. Business class flights go from anywhere from like $4,000 to $7,000 per flight. So booking them with points is going to be a lifesaver. You can get them for really, really cheap. I'm talking like 40,000 to 80,000 points per one of these flights. Let's say you hit the sign up bonus for this card, which is offering 100,000 points after spending $6,000, and you have the card for a year and spend around $25,000 on dining and grocery. Well, now you have 200,000 points, and let's see what we could do with those 200,000 points. For example, here's a flight from New York to Paris, one-way business class flying Air France that would only cost me 50,000 membership rewards points. Or if I were to book that same exact flight in cash, that would cost me anywhere from $4,000 to $7,000 per one-way flight. Now with 200,000 points, you could actually get 2 round-trip flights because Paris back to New York is also 50,000 points. So 200,000 points gets you 4 of these flights. And one of these flights, like I said, could be anywhere from $4,000 to $8,000. So 200,000 points in this situation could be worth up to $16,000. And that's why these points are so valuable. And that's exactly what my wife and I did last year. We went to Paris with points, just literally on points, and it was dirt cheap. We had it was only cost like 200,000 points for 2 people, and we loved the Air France business class flight. We actually flew back Virgin Atlantic, which was only 35,000 points business class, so we even saved a little bit more there. And these flights were absolutely beautiful. The food on the plane was amazing. The whole experience was just a really great experience. So in this example, a single point would be worth anywhere from 4 cents to 8 cents per point because 200,000 points had $16,000 worth of value. And that's why earning Amex points is crucial. And that's why the Amex Gold Card is really, really important because all the food we eat gets 4 times points, and that is super generous. Plus the sign up bonus gives you 100,000 points after spending $6,000 in the first 6 months of having the card. So pretty easy to hit and a pretty generous offer. So I'll make sure to put that 100,000 point offer down in the top comment of this video. It's not going to be mine, it's going to be a friend of mine. So if you were to use it, we'd be ultimately grateful. But make sure if you do use that link, it says 100,000 points. If not, try to find it somewhere else where you can get 100,000 points. The business class flights are something of value to you. Earning Amex points is going to be a must. Reason 3, you can stack the Rakuten multipliers with the Amex Gold Card. Now, Rakuten is a cashback portal that basically earns you certain multipliers on certain brands. For example, like 10 times points on Adidas or like 4 times points on Nike, something like that in that realm. But what's cool about Rakuten is that instead of cash back, you could be earning Amex points with those same multipliers. So instead of 10% cash back, you'd be earning 10 times points on whatever the brand you're looking at is. For example, if you were to earn $400 on Rakuten from all your spending and all your multipliers, well, that would translate to 40,000 membership rewards points, and on the every 15th of every quarter is when you get paid out with those points. Now, what's crazy about this is that you can stack the multipliers on like food purchases from Rakuten on top of the gold card. For example, you get 4 times points on Grubhub, but you also get 4 times points on Grubhub from the Amex Gold Card. You can actually add those two together, and now you get 8 times points on Grubhub, which is insane because Grubhub is like the best delivery app ever. And yeah, 8 times points on your food takeout orders. That is insane. And just a little side note about Grubhub, you actually get Grubhub Plus, meaning 0 delivery fees, if you have an Amazon Prime account. So that's just a little extra benefit that you get from Grubhub. And on top of that, I'm a huge Grubhub fanboy. You can actually price match. So if you find something cheaper on the other apps, well, they'll reimburse you the difference if you could find a cheaper price. So 1, you get 0 delivery fees, and 2, you're paying the true price of this food because you could simply price match it. So back to Rakuten, one of the greatest things I love about Rakuten too is that they have grocery stores on Rakuten as well. So if you order online grocery, for example, I think you get 1.5 or 2 times points on Safeway, which is a grocery chain here in Southern California. So you get 4 times points from your gold card on grocery, and now you get 2 times extra points from Rakuten. That means you get 6 times points on groceries if you just pair the gold card with Rakuten. And this is how I absolutely maximize every single grocery run I do. I always order it online. I do Sam's Club, I do Walmart grocery. Walmart grocery is also like 4 times points, by the way. And I do Vons, right? So those are like the 3 grocery stores we shop at in our area. And then we earn like 6 times points every week from our grocery spends. Plus, just for signing up, you get $30 free after you make your first purchase on Rakuten once you lose like a referral link. So if you want to use mine, always sign up Rakuten with a referral link because you'll get $30. And yeah, I'll put my referral link down in the top comment as well. Amex makes it easy for you to earn points, and that's another reason why I love Amex so much. Reason number 4, useful benefits. Now, the gold card refresh actually happened sometime a year ago, and at first I wasn't a fan. I was thinking like, a Dunkin' credit, man, do we really need a Dunkin' credit, or like $100 Resi credit? But you know, after actually having the card for about a year now, I actually find myself, you know, reloading the Dunkin' app every week or every month and going to Resi restaurants twice a year, and it actually is a pretty useful credit. So my wife and I actually do love going to these Resi restaurants. We actually just go to them anyway, especially here in LA. And we actually have 2 separate gold cards. And what we do is we split the bill. So we get $50 on one bill and $50 on the other bill. So for one bill, we can get $100 off because, let's face it, here in LA, you're not going to get a meal for like $50. So we try to get into that $100 range and get a free meal simply by splitting the check. Now, you don't even have to go out and eat to a Resi restaurant. If you're affiliated with Resi at all, you can even order takeout from them, just pay at the store or pay on their portal, whatever they have. And you can actually get takeout with Resi credit as well. Plus, for the Dunkin' credit, if you just download the app, you get the wallet feature. If you reload your Dunkin' wallet for $7 every month, that $7 triggers onto your Dunkin' credit. So basically you can stack it for as long as you want. So I think, for example, right now I have like $56 in my Dunkin' credit because I've stacked it for like 8 months already, and I haven't even used it once. So yeah, I'm gonna have a really fat Dunkin' meal whenever I find a Dunkin' around me. So if you're in SoCal where there's really no Dunkin' in sight, something about SoCal though that's really cool that I've noticed is that every single airport has a Dunkin' Donuts. So the next time I'm traveling, I'm definitely going to be using that $56 of Dunkin'. We did use it once. Last time we did get a matcha latte from Dunkin', and that was actually really nice. I think it was like $6, so it was right in that $7 range, which was excellent, man. I'm team Krispy Kreme all the way. I wish this was a Krispy Kreme credit for like LA goers, and Dunkin' gets New York, and New York gets Dunkin'. So there's Krispy Kremes everywhere here, and I think objectively Krispy Kreme is a lot better than Dunkin' Donuts. Plus the 120 dining credit that you can use for like Grubhub, Cheesecake Factory, it's actually pretty useful. I do find myself using it every month, especially with Grubhub because, like I said, Grubhub is the best delivery app out there. Plus the $120 Uber Eats credit. I just use it strictly for pickup because I'm not paying that ridiculous delivery fee. So I do see a lot of benefit from the actual credits that the card comes with. Now this leads me to my next reason. Reason number 5, you net positive now. With the old gold card, you would have an annual fee of $250, while the main credits only give you $240, which means you had to pay $10 to have the gold card. Now the annual fee is $325, so a $75 increase, but now you get $424 in credits. So in a way, yes, you do have to pay more upfront, but you get a lot more value that goes above the annual fee, which I love. That means if you can manage to use every single benefit in a year, you would be $99 over the annual fee, which is a great benefit in my opinion. Now, in a perfect world, I would simply just like 0 credits and just the simple fact of having 4 times multipliers and transfer partners. That's basically all I need for this card. Everything else is just fluff to me, because if I can earn points that can book business class flights for my wife and I'm a happy camper. That's all I need. So even if that was just like $50, I'd be fine. But yeah, $325 and I have to use all these credits. It's fine. It's not the most ideal, but I'm not complaining. As long as I book a single business class flight in a 1 or 2 year span, I'm profiting off this card. Remember, a single business class flight can cost anywhere from $4,000 to $6,000. So yeah, if I just use it, like if I save up my points for a year and I book a single one of these flights, I'm basically netting positive. Reason number 6, I actually like the hotel collection. When you book through the hotel collection, which is like Amex's like premium travel portal for the gold card, you get things like early check-in, 2 p.m. late checkout, $100 in dining or experience credits, and a free room upgrade if available. Now, the reason I actually like the hotel collection is because the prices are actually pretty comparable to what you can find on Expedia or Google. Now, a lot of the times these prices are inflated because they add this extra benefit and they add the cost of the benefit to the room night basically. So it's not really free. You're really paying for it because they're charging you basically an extra fee to get these benefits, which makes no sense. They shouldn't market it as free. But with the hotel collection, if you look at like a specific span of dates to that same hotel on like Google or Expedia, they're basically the same price. So you really do get a free, $100 credit, free room upgrade, things like that. And what I find is that especially in Vegas and in Asia, you'll see the prices are virtually identical. For example, here are 2 hotels that I found. One is the Bellagio in Vegas, and this is like I think Toronto, I don't know how to say Toronto One Hotel in Tokyo or something like that. But if you look at these prices and compare them to the Google prices, you will actually see that they're really only like $10, $20 difference. I mean, they're basically the same price. And yeah, that's what I love about the hotel collection. They don't really inflate their prices too much. Now, the only downside to the hotel collection is that you have to book a 2-night stay minimum in order to get these benefits. So you can't just really stay 1 night, but hey, that's okay because most of the time my vacations are longer than 2 days anyways. Also, out of all the times I actually booked the hotel collection, I only got 1 room upgrade. Granted, it was a suite in Aria, which was really nice. But yeah, I think that's the only time I've ever gotten an upgrade with the hotel collection. But I'm mainly more in it for that $100 food credit because 1 free meal on my trip is actually really, really nice. So if you're someone that wants hotel benefits while paying just a low annual fee, this is also going to be the card for you. Reason number 7, the gold card is really the only card that you need in your entire setup. Now, if you're someone that's not willing to spend $1,000 plus on annual fees just to get like premium benefits like lounge access or things like that, then the gold card is really all you need. And here's my argument as to why. Like as I mentioned earlier, the main thing about credit card points and having these credit cards is accumulating a lot of points and transferring it to different partners so that you can earn really nice travel. Everything else is really fluff, and the only thing that I would say is not fluff is lounge access, because when you go to the airport, your trip starts at the airport, and I think there's a lot of value in that. And yes, I know there's a lot of complaints about the lounges being too full, the wait list, and not being able to get in, but there's workarounds around it, but that's for another video. My workaround around this with just the gold card is to book business class flights. And when you book business class flights, you get the business lounge, and that is guaranteed for you because it's reserved for business class flyers, right? So, if you could just accumulate a lot of points and book business class flights, the gold card is all you need, because then it will give you lounge access simply because you booked a business class flight. But a lot of the times when you fly economy, yes, it's not going to really give you lounge access. So if you want lounge access and that is something valuable to you, well, you're going to have to get one of those premium cards. But if you don't really care about that, I literally think you could survive off just the gold card alone. The earnings potentials are great. The benefits are great. There are some protections, not the best protections, but they still do offer kind of like a well-balanced card. So with the gold card, basically, I mean, you get great multipliers, you get great protections, you get hotel benefits, which is like, it's going to be pretty. So basically with the gold card alone, without any other card, you can potentially get business class flights, business class lounges. You can get hotel benefits from the hotel collection. You get great multipliers. There even are some travel multipliers on the gold card as well. And you get great food benefits. And I think that really makes up for a really, probably the most well-rounded card out in the entire credit card game. So that is my 7 reasons as to why I believe the Amex Gold Card is the best card that you could have. And this is the only card that you legit just need. Everything else is basically fluff. If you have the Amex Gold Card, you will be making a lot of profit for sure. So let me know if there's anything in this video that I missed, some things that you love about the gold card that I didn't talk about, and I would love to talk about it with you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe if you liked this video and if you learned a lot. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching to this point, and I will see you guys on the next one.